Hey guys, Groby here with episode 18 of our Zero to Hero Let's Play as a Mercury guy. So in the previous episode, we did a little bit of questing. We went to a couple worlds, scanned a couple gates. Now we're just continuing that and wrapping up pretty much the entire main storyline. Alright, so we need to go to Chitsumostock here, repair, open the comm directory, talk to the High Hegemon. Okay. We need to go meet him in person. Alright. Okay, and then there are some options here that you can talk to him about. You can tell him like the trade tariffs are too high, so that 30% that you pay to market, you can talk to him about it, and then based on your relation, he'll either say yes or no. Yeah, so here he said no. He said take it to the complaints department, but you can tell him like, hey, your AI inspections are a little too tough, and he'll basically tell you to pound sand. Alright, so we'll go ahead and leave. There's a couple funny dialogue options there. Let's go ahead and scan our final gate. Alright, we need to go talk to the fleet that's near it. Alright, special operations for it. I need you to move it. Your operation will fail without my help. Alright, and then we'll just pay another story point to go ahead and scan it. Alright. Okay, so with all that completed, we talked to the High Hegemon, we scanned our 6 gates, we can go back to Galatia for the next step of the quest. Okay, and we need to go to Pontus. And go to Glacier Academy. Talk to Bard. Alright. And now we get a quest to go ahead and activate the prototype device that Karus has been working on. So Karus being a scientist engineer, she gave us a prototype device, so we got to go test it out. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and drop off most of our fleet. Actually, I should go buy fuel. We can buy fuel. Yeah, that's going backwards. Let's just buy fuel in Esconia. Alright. It'd be really interesting if your fleet moved slower based on how much fuel you had. Essentially like running on fumes. Oh, our transponder was off for that. Alright, let's go ahead and just max on fuel. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Okay. Now we do need to do a little light exploration, I think, because in order to use the device, yeah, we have to activate it on a gate outside of the core worlds. Alright, so we're going to do some light exploration, but we're not going to survey anything. We're just looking for a gate out in outside of the core worlds. Alright, let's go ahead and drop off all this. And then let's go ahead and shrink down our fleet. I'll keep the monitor. Put back the vigilance. Put back the crew. We'll grab a little bit of heavy machinery. Grab some supply. We'll put back the Atlas. Well, I mean, the Atlas costs about as much as supply as the rest of the fleet. Yeah, we'll keep the Atlas. That's fine. We'll grab some volatiles since we're going exploring. And let's buy some supply. Alright, and then anything else? We'll buy some burst lasers, some MIRVs, an auto pulse cannon. We'll buy some more Reapers. Anything on the open market? Not really. Oh, let's check for salvage rigs. Do you have a salvage rig? No. The salvage rig is a very common ship. Yeah, here we have 2 of them actually on the black market. Turn our transponder off for this, since we're already at very high. You don't want to push it to extreme because you'll get a relation penalty with them. So if you can, just avoid it. Alright. So salvage rigs are really good. What they do is they provide, if we go to refit here, they have civilian grade hull, so they're a civilian ship, but they have salvage gantry, which is going to increase the amount of resources that you get from salvaging mining stations, derelict ships, all those kinds of things that you find, domain error probes. You're going to get more resources back from that. Also, it increases the amount of resources that you get from combat. So if you're raiding merchant convoys, it's a good thing to have those in your fleet, like have 1 or 2, because instead of getting, let's say, 1,000 supply, you'll get an additional 20%, so you'll get 1,200 supply, which is a huge increase. It just makes raiding much more profitable, or merchant raiding, not actual like raiding a planet. The bonus doesn't apply to that. Alright, so let's hit confirm. Let's go ahead and put these up. We don't need them quite yet. Here, you know what? We will put back the Atlas and we'll grab something smaller. We'll just grab a Buffalo. Put back the crew. And we don't need, let's keep some supply. Alright. Okay. This is good. Alright. Let's see if we can refit our Buffalo to be a little more efficient. So auxiliary fuel tanks and expanded cargo holds. Yeah, that's fine. Everyone else is okay. Fuel injector, there's maintenance, life support. Alright. Anyway, let's go head out to let's go head out and see if we can't find a gate. Gates aren't that common outside of the core worlds, so we may not get lucky our first few forays. Okay. Or, I mean, sometimes you do get lucky, and it's in the first system that you search. That's hilarious. Okay. Sure. It is important that... This should be fine. The gate that you activate the device in is going to disable the jump point. So if you were planning on colonizing in here, you might have a tougher time. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and use the device. Now, I wonder if you can get away from this. So that's the sound of the device activating, but I wonder if you can emergency burn away from it. No. Okay. The device fails the first time. So it reduces all the combat readiness of your ships down to 0, and then it also damages your ship pretty severely. So when you go do this, you definitely want a smaller fleet. I was wondering if you can get away from it. Anyway, now if you go scan the device again, if you fly through the gate, nothing happens, and then if you try to use these jump points, then you can't get out. I should say it needs to stabilize first, but unless it was an error, then I don't think these ever repair themselves. Oh, a little remnant fragment. Yeah, your fleet approaches a jump point. The jump point is unstable and cannot be used until it restabilizes. Hyperspace is only accessible via the transverse jump. I'll go moving to engage. We'll just solo this. Yeah, so sometimes what I like to do is, because it gets that message, I'll intentionally wait and look for like a pirate base or a pather base. I'll look for a pirate base or a pather base, more so a pirate base, and then intentionally sabotage the waypoint. Alright, then this one should say that, give us the same message. So that way you trap the pirates or the pathers inside of that system, and it's just one less thing you have to deal with. Yep. Alright, so let's go transverse jump out, then head back to the Glacian Academy, and then we have to do one more thing, and that'll conclude the main quest. What is this? Okay. Oh, okay. I've seen sensor ghosts before. I don't think I've seen the sensor ghost that starts the jets, the hyperspace slipstreams. No, where am I going? I need to go to. Let's go to Nachiketa. I need to go to Atslan. Or Glacia, rather. Alright, let's go talk. Alright. Cool. For this, we're gonna need some Marines. What is that? These are derelict ships, by the way. Unlike their remnant counterparts, these ships are very. Oh, this is from the main. Oh, this is from the main quest, or the tutorial. Unlike their remnant counterparts, these ships are actually not really a threat. Individually, in mass, they can damage a fleet pretty significantly. Alright. They don't tend to have shields, so high explosive weapons are the most effective thing against them. Alright, so we can take that. And we can salvage that. Ooh, we get a gamma core. That'll come handy later on. Alright, let's go jump out. And we're gonna have to buy some Marines for this next part. How's our fleet looking? Our fleet is full. Let's see if we can find a pack ship. Let's go ahead and check out the fleet. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's perfect. We get a Starliner. Yep. So we'll go ahead and buy the Starliner. And we can't really afford both. But let's go ahead and get the Starliner, and then let's go ahead and buy some Marines. Alright. We'll buy them off the open market first. Oh, well, we can't afford it. We'll buy them off the black market, and then we'll buy the rest off the open market. You kind of want to do it the other way around sometimes, because the discount will apply to the first. Like if a colony has excess of a resource, the discount will apply to the first however many hundred you buy. So sometimes you can get it cheap on the open market, and then pay the same price once the excess is depleted on the black market. You can get it for, like, if you only need a small quantity, you can obviously buy it on the black market for a bigger discount. But just overall, you can get cheap marines on the open market, and then get cheap, well, it doesn't have to be marines, but the same cheap resource in the black market. Anyway, let's buy about as many as we can. Which is going to be another 100. And then, do you have any weapons? No, but let's buy fuel. Well, you have a couple good, decent weapons. Can we afford this? Barely. Alright. Down to 250. That's never a good sign. Not enough crew to keep all... Ooh, okay. Ooh, this might be the first time selling metals actually was useful. Alright. Okay, and then let's head to Myasora and grab the rest of our marines. And then let's go raid something. We have to go break somebody out of jail, that's why we need the marines. Okay. The commission is very helpful. Receiving that extra 50k a month is so nice. Alright, we need to head over here. Alright, let's grab some more marines. Let's grab our fuel. And I think that's it. I don't remember. Maybe. Anyway, we'll put it back to Starliner. No, I don't think there's a fight. I don't think there's a fight we need to worry about. I think we can just raid them to go ahead and extract a prisoner. But what I will do is I'll bring a Phaeton so I can bring extra fuel. Or I'll bring a Dram so I can bring extra fuel to the fight. Because I think you have to bombard them first. We'll see. I haven't done this section of the quest in a long time. Alright. Let's go ahead and head out. Okay. Supplies, ship holes, that's not even worth it. They don't have any atlases or even colossi. It's definitely not worth the fight. I'm jump in with our transponder on, that's fine. Let's go over here to Contazen. Actually, go ahead and turn it off. And let's go ahead and prepare a raid to extract. Operation difficulty. Oh yeah, we need way more marines. So can we consider military options? Okay, we would have to fight their battle station. Hmm. We do have dominators. We don't have any champions though, or legions. That's not worth it. All right, so we're gonna have to do this the hard way. We have to talk to the because we don't have enough marines. We're gonna have to talk to the guy, and then go ahead and do this like the roundabout way. That's fine. Anyway, sure. We'll stand. Sure. All right. Sure. Found an extract clone of Locke from the Pather kidnappers. Oh my gosh. I thought this would be straightforward. Anyway, basically we're doing like a daisy chain quest. We have to go. You have two options. You can extract her, the person you're looking for, from the pirates, but it requires either you bring a significant marine force, probably close to like 2,000, or you fight their battle station and then go raid them. Alright. Yeah, this raid is easier. No, but we still can't do it. Okay. Okay. Now we need to bring that back. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop off the clone here. That wasn't part of the deal. Alright, sure. We'll toss the clone out with a helmet, and then we'll go ahead and head off to the gates. Make it so. And what's going to happen is we're going to spawn a bunch of pirates that we need to avoid. Just like that. Fantastic. We should have optimized the Starliner so that it had augment drive, because right now we're traveling at the turtle speed. Anyway, we need to go over here to the gate, and then we'll use it for the final time, and you'll see what the purpose of scanning all the gates are and why we waited to do the main storyline before we did the exploration. Alright, so let's go ahead and scan the gate. Let's hook up the Janus device, and then we'll activate it and head us in. We'll give them control, and here we have a nice little UI. It has every gate that we scanned, and what you can do is you can click on something like Galatia, initiate transit. It's going to take a little fuel, and what it should do is, if 1 second, it'll teleport you all the way back to Galatia, so you don't have to fly through hyperspace. This has two benefits. One, as you're exploring, oops, get away from me. Man, I shouldn't turn on my transponder. I could have fought that fleet. You're gonna keep pursuing me, huh? Until you can scam me? Sure. Anyway. And that concludes the main storyline. But anyway, scanning gates is important because one, when you're exploring, it gives you checkpoints, so you can use those to teleport back to the core worlds. And then two, once you establish colonies, you can use those to teleport, and you can colonize further out. teleport into hyperspace, repair your fleet, and then continue exploring or going like fighting pathers or whatever. It makes colony management a whole lot easier. Alright. Okay, and then this is just a bunch of celebratory things, and then you can ask for some credits, so about being paid, and they give you, yeah, you have to talk to Sebastian, and you get 100,000 credits, which is paltry compared to all the things that the Galatian Academy asks of you. But anyway, I'm gonna conclude the video here. It was a little more scattered, I know, but I was just rushing through the quests to get them done. The dialogue options in this game are very generous. Rarely will they just like brick the storyline. So I know I skipped through those choices very quickly, but just reading them and pick the one that makes the most sense in the context will generally push the quest forward. Anyway, I'm gonna end the episode here. Next episode, we're gonna get into colonization and get into eventually what I look for when I establish my first colony. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Grumpy out.